So let's move on to our word list. So remember, this is a nonsense word, so there is no race for finishing quickly. Take your time on them. If you need to tap them out, tap them out. We're going to read this page today. We'll practice on the top, and then you'll read the ones on the bottom. So let's practice.
Gang.
Mm-hmm.
Gang. Thunk. Thunk. Lunk. Lung.
They're going to sound weird. They're nonsense words. They're going to sound funny.
Lunk. Hang. Hang.
Let's do one more.
Quink. Quink.
Okay, so ready to try the bottom?
Yes. Jog. Wait. Jung. 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 Yeah. Zung. Zang. Zang. Bink. Mink. Fing. Fing. Hank. Hank. Ying. Ying. Quink. Quink. Shing. Shing. Wonk. Wonk. Hink. Kink. Tonk. Tonk. Quang. Quang. Thunk. Thunk.
You say it twice because you're still thinking about the sound, because it sounds funny to you. Okay. So the only one is this first one. I want to look back at our G's and our J's. So we're working on it. You said jog first, but we have that extra letter in there. It tells us it's that welded sound. So if you were to tap this out, watch me tap it out. It would be j, ong, jong. So try tapping it with me.
J. Ong.
Jong. So this word would be jong. That was a really nice job. These are hard sounds.
You can say that again.
And it's hard because your mind says, that doesn't look right, this looks funny, this doesn't look like a real word. It's not a real word, but this is practicing those sounds that we're learning. So you can color. And I'll get our sentences ready.
Color am I on?
Maybe orange?
Yeah. Oh gosh. It fell. This one I'm gonna color blue. Wait. Wait, don't we have to do another one since I wasn't here on Monday?
No, because we still have 3 times this week. We'll be here tomorrow morning and we'll be here Friday morning. So we'll get through our 3 still. So you'll actually get to finish this page before we leave for winter break.
Wait, do we have tomorrow?
Yes, because since you were sick on Monday. So this way we still meet the same amount of times, it's just different days this week.
Okay.
Alright, so let's try our sentences. Remember, read it to yourself first. We're going to read this page. And then read it out loud. And
Why do
scoop
we
it while
never
you're reading.
read this?
We are, once I send this video, we're going to start doing these stories. And we're going to start doing those high frequency spots that we crossed out. We're going to add stuff on. Now that we know what we're doing with this, we're gonna add stuff on.
Bill did yank the hat from Tom. What does that mean?
What does it mean to yank something?
No.
Like if I yanked your sweatshirt right now,
Pulling it?
you're pulling something kind of harshly, like you're pulling it quick. So if Tom's wearing a hat, Bill yanks that hat. What's he doing to it?
He's pulling it?
He's pulling. Nice job.
The cab had a honk at the bus.
Perfect.
The cops had a link to get the corn man. What's link?
Read the sentence for me again. Oh, don't forget to see that it goes on to the next line. So read it out loud one more time.
The cops had to link to get the corn man.
So let's look at this word.
Con man?
Con. Do you know what a con man is? So it's telling us that there's cops. What are cops usually after? Bad people, people who did something wrong. So when they're talking about a link here, they're saying like they have the way to get them. They have an idea of where the person is or how to catch them. They have the link. They have a lead of figuring out who did it.
Jim had so much junk on his bed. Jane hung the milk in the den.
So this is that word we've talked about before. Tap this word out for me.
Mink?
Mink. Do you remember what that is? So remember, a mink is an animal.
So she hanged it up?
Well, so what did I say about a mink? Where do you see a lot of people with mink
Oh,
on them?
that.
Those, yeah, fashion. Those fur coats sometimes would be mink. So when she's saying she hung the mink in the den, I don't think she means she's actually hanging an animal. I think she would be a coat, a mink coat.
Wait, what's a den?
Den that's another word for like a study room. Like in your house, if you have an office or a study room, you can call that a den. Sometimes it's a room that is a little bit lower than everything else in the house. That could be a den. Just another word for it.
Did the man sing 6 songs?
Nice job with that question mark.
Ben had a ring for Jill.
What do you notice about the word Jill?
Bonus letter? I will hang this up for you. Get the things in the den for Sam. I was about to do 3. Get the things in the den for Sam.
Yeah, that works.
Oh.
So that one, take your time.
Bob had to fill the tank and his hot rod with gas.
Do you know what a hot rod is? So this book likes to use some words that are like old ways of saying things, like calling soda pop. A hot rod is like a nice car, a fancy car that Bob likes to drive. They call it a hot rod. So what is he filling? What does he need to put into his hot rod?
With gas.
Gas.
What's
Really nice job.
hot pot? Coat pot? What? Hot pot? Where did you just say?
Hot rod.
What's no before that? The soda pop?
Yeah.
What's
This
that?
book sometimes they talk their sentences. They use the word pop, and they're really talking about soda. Soda, another word for soda in certain places is pop. Can I have pop with my dinner? Can I have soda with my dinner? This is saying hot rod instead of saying his nice car.
I'm gonna get my mom confused.
I think your mom would probably know if you asked her for pop. What
Can
do you
I
think?
have some pop for dinner with my dinner?
So the only thing I noticed, I see you scooping when you're reading it to yourself, but when you read it out loud, you're saying it in those nice phrases, but make sure you're moving your finger with it too. You move your finger at the beginning and you trail off a little bit at the end, but move your finger with the words you're saying out loud so you see how you're breaking that sentence up. So like try it with this last one. So you scoop the whole thing.
Bob had to fill the tank. Wait, Bob had to fill the tank and his hot rod with gas.
So this way you see how you're breaking that sentence up, moving your finger with it. Nice job.